Guys, welcome back to Stop and Watch, and thanks for stopping on by. Today we are unboxing a Japanese, or I should say Chinese special luxury watch. And I did start to rip the package open already, and then I thought, oh, let me record it. But this came in the box, eyeglass chain. I don't really know how that's related to watches, but hey, I'll take it. And then they gave me a link remover, which I have a feeling I'll be needing. And then it's in this styrofoam. So let's go ahead and cut this open and see what we've got inside. I feel like every time I review one of these Curren watches, the packaging isn't the most consistent. It comes in different stuff all the time, but there's so many different third-party sellers that you don't really know what you're going to get. So as you can see, we've got the box right here. Decent box. It is in good shape. Sometimes these little cardboard boxes get damaged, but this one is in perfect shape. I guess because of the styrofoam. Curren leisure sports fashion watches. And this model that I actually purchased is the model 8399, which is a pretty large face sports watch. Ooh, look at that. And I've actually been waiting for this to come through for about 3 weeks. But it actually looks quite nice. So you can see the box, the watch itself. It's got some little padding on the inside of the box. Toss that to the side. And then you've got the Curren instruction manual, which probably just tells you how to use the chrono and all that good stuff. Sometimes with these cheaper luxury watches, you get a little warranty sheet as well, but this one, it doesn't. Do we really need to read the instructions though? I think not. Toss. And here is the watch itself. So, for those of you thinking, oh, that watch looks familiar, that's because it does. There are Seiko watches that looks just like this. And the main one that I believe this is a homage to is the Zenith or the Zenith watch. I forgot the exact model number, but it's pretty much identical to what this looks like. Actually looks quite nice, quite good quality. Feels nice as far as the bend. This also comes on it. And then you've got the little Curren sign here. So let me take the plastics off and remove this and everything, and then we'll get back to the video. Okay, so now that I have taken off all of the plastic protective packaging stuff, what are my first impressions? Well, my first impressions are it is an extremely large watch. So if you have a smaller wrist, this watch might be a little bit too big for you, unless you just enjoy wearing larger watches in general anyway. I wanted a big watch, so this is perfect for me. The actual dial diameter is 48 millimeters, so quite large. The width of the bracelet is 24 millimeters. And it doesn't taper down. It's pretty much the same width all the way down. Some watches it tapers from 24 to 20. This is the same all the way across. And then the length of the actual bend is 24 centimeters, which is quite big. As you can see, even if it's closed, it's pretty big. So I'm definitely going to have to remove probably 2 or 3 links. It is a 13 millimeter thick, and then lug to lug is also 24 millimeters. So this is a large watch. Now if I remove this, which is stopping the battery from running down, and push the crown in, hopefully the watch works. There we go. Ticking away. So it's a quartz movement. It's not an automatic, but it does have a functional chrono. So this on the right side is for the 24-hour clock. So you can tell if it's AM, PM. You should know that anyway, but that's just, one of the functions of the watch. And then this one is going to be the second hand, and this is going to be the minute hand. So it has a 1 hour chronograph. So if I press this button, it should start the chrono. Yep. See it ticking? Then this button will stop it, and then this one on the bottom right will actually wind it back. So we'll let it run for a little bit, and then we'll wind it afterwards. Let me put the watch on, see how it looks on the wrist, and I will remove some of the links. Woo. Yeah, large watch. I love the look of it though, I really do. I think it actually stands out in this color. It comes in multiple colors. It comes in blue, it comes in a coffee color. It comes with, I think, silver and a black face. I'll put up the options on the screen so that you can see it, but clearly I'm gonna have to remove the link. So I'm actually gonna do that now because I want you to see how it fits properly on my wrist. I'm gonna give you a little tip before I use the link remover. If you want the watch to fit nicely on your wrist and not turn on your wrist, what you want to do is you want to remove the majority of the links from the 6 o'clock side. So that's going to be this left side. So if you remove, you don't want to make it equal. So you don't want to take off 2 and 2. You probably want to remove 1 from this side and 3 from this side. And that way it will sit on your wrists more evenly. So just a little tip in case you didn't know. But this is the link remover tool that it came with. Okay, so I got those links removed. So one thing that I'm going to point out is that the link removal tool was actually not working. It was damaged. So I had to go and get a link removal tool off of another watch that I have, and that worked fine. So I removed 3 links in the end. So this is how it sits on the wrist. Like I said, it is a large watch, 48 millimeters in the diameter. It does, however, have 30 meters of water resistance, which is pretty good, or 3 ATM. The watch is fairly weighty. It weighs about 150 grams, which actually, let's weigh it right now. This on, let's give it a little weight in grams. All right, so mine is saying 136 grams. So a little lighter than what it says on the website, which the website claimed 150. The dial is very clear. It's very clear. Some watches, especially I think on the Podega watches or Podaga, however you want to see it, the dials can sometimes be a little bit hazy, but this one has an extremely clear dial. The one thing that these Curren watches tend to fall down on, or tends to be its weak point, is the clasp. This kind of clasp sometimes has a little bit of trouble and the pins come out. I've bought at least 5 of these where the pin came out and I had to readjust it. Once I readjusted it, then it worked fine. But prior to that, the pin did come out at least once. With the Podega watches, they have the butterfly clasp that closes both sides simultaneously together. And they are just a lot better to use than what this one is. But the band itself is actually quite nice. If you look at the back side of the watch, you can see that it's a nice finish on the back side. It says Curren, and then it's got the model number M8399. Usually takes a regular standard size battery, no weird size battery on this. And it feels high quality to the touch. Let me stop the chronograph that's going right now. Stop it with that button, press this one to reset it. And as you can see, it's doing the whole winding the chronograph back. So as this second hand is winding back, then you can see the minute hand is also going back to its 12 o'clock position. So that is pretty cool. Functional chronograph. This watch was $19.99, and then there was like $4.99 shipping. So basically, you know, $25 watch for the price. This is pretty high quality. The Lume on it as well, which I'm going to give you a shot of that. So here is the real life Lume on the watch. I'm in a dark closet right now, and I put it under the light for maybe 20 seconds, but it's actually really bright on the Lume. As you can see, it's only the hour and the minute hand. None of the rest of the dial lights up, but Lume is still pretty good on it. It's quite good. Um, it probably doesn't really last that long, just a few minutes of Lume, but it is quite bright. And it is only the minute and the hour hand that shines up, or that illuminates, I should say. But overall, I'm quite impressed by this watch. Very similar size to my other Curren watches that have chronographs on it. And it does wear well on the wrist, and it does look like high quality. And I like the level of shine that's on the bracelet as well. So would I recommend it? I definitely would. I've been impressed with all the other Curren watches that I've had so far. And for the price, I don't really think you can beat it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And once again, thanks for stopping on by.